tackle, Tosh Baker, backup left tackle. Hearing is that of Kirk Herbstreit.
I'm going to just sit right here. Holy guacamole. That was wow. Everybody moaned and cried and complained about the playoff games not being good, but I just feel like they've been gotten better and better. First off, you're welcome from the Texas team for making it interesting, because that's just what we do. We do it the best and we do it the biggest. But in all seriousness, this was a classic old school type game. This is a game that you want out of a semifinals. I was live streaming, and you're gonna see clips of this at the end of this video, and it was me kind of like going to bits and pieces, and I was talking about how this game felt like watching a really good movie, like a 2-hour movie, and you're like, dang, this is we had the end is 30 minutes in. Like, I kept looking up like, oh my goodness, we're already like we're in the fourth quarter, and it's leveling up and it's going crazy. You had terrible calls, you had the ball don't lie moments, you had people breaking people's ankles. It was absolutely phenomenal. So before we even get into this, I just want to say congratulations to the Penn State and Notre Dame teams. Both of them played a phenomenal game. There were positives and negatives from both ends, and we can go from there. Let's just talk straight football and talk about the attacks from two different teams, right? The first half, you got Penn State coming out, and they're on fire. They're doing it big. But well, first off, in the first quarter, both offenses, right, they can't move the ball that efficiently. They're making it happen, but both these defenses are really making it known that they're there. They're setting the tone, and they want to be there. That evolves into, obviously, the second quarter, where Penn State's finally able to open some things up, capitalize on some turnovers from Riley Leonard, and really make the best of things to make happen, right? Now, the middle eight is something that Notre Dame has been dominating in this playoff run, and they did it again, going for 3 points to end the second half when Riley Leonard gets injured, right? The backup Italian man starts slinging and dodging and stuff. It's phenomenal. After that, they come back in the second half, and Riley Leonard's back in the game, and it's a different offense. They start using Jeremiah Love in different ways. They start utilizing him in better ways. The passing game gets going, and I think the biggest thing to be said about this was, and I kept talking about it as I was streaming, is that in the second half, Riley Leonard, every single drive or every other drive, he was making a big-time throw to put his team in a good situation. I felt like Drew Aller never did that. Drew Aller made a few big-time throws, but when it came to Riley Leonard, he was using his arm to make giant third and long conversions, one-on-ones, crazy fades and stuff like that. He was putting some real footballs out there, and he needs to have a lot more credit, because people, I think, felt like coming into this was supposed to be the battle of Drew Aller, right? This guy, this savant of quarterbacking, he could put the ball anywhere, versus Riley Leonard, who's more of a runner, who can get the job done. And it could have been anything but the opposite. Drew Aller, last two games, everybody's like, oh my God, this kid needs to not come back to school. He needs to go to the draft. I think we figured out why he needs to go ahead and take it to the draft, because it's not that he's bad. It's that when you needed it, you need a big-time pass. Only person you can find is Tyler Warren, and that's fine. That's good, and that's dandy. But if you're going to do it against an elite defense like Notre Dame, you're going to have to be able to find more of your targets, and he wasn't able to do that. The run game was elite. That Penn State, it really felt like in the first half, Penn State was just going to start leaning on Notre Dame with that offensive line and really, really start taking things to the next level. And then that fourth quarter was absolutely electrifying. You had the crazy pass interference, you had the responses, and then the response back, and then just the terrible interception, terrible off his back foot for no reason interception as you're tied. I don't know why you put the ball in harm's way like that, Drew Aller. Again, throughout the game, Drew Aller had been not remarkable, but he hadn't been terrible. He just hadn't been making the big enough plays to really think and say that his team could take it over the hump. He goes from that to completely choking the game away, as people are alluding to me above. But absolutely great game for both. Congratulations to Notre Dame. Hopefully my Texas Longhorns can get it done against Ohio State. But phenomenal classic style game. I want to talk about a few plays. There's a few plays, and I think we'll start with I think we can start with the pass interference. And by the way, shout out to actually we'll go to the real thing. We'll go to the real thing. We'll go to the real deal, dog. We're gonna go to the real deal. Okay. We're gonna go through a few of these plays and then wrap it up. My favorite has to be that where homeboy sat him down. Let's just go here. This is after a very controversial pass interference. But if I'm gonna show you that, I gotta show you the pass interference. Let's talk about the pass interference because this was. It doesn't matter because Notre Dame won, so whatever. But if you look at this, right, they're calling this pass interference. It's an underthrown ball. Now he doesn't get his head around, so by definition, and he touches him, yada yada yada. But he wasn't impeding this catch. Number 8 was the reason why he couldn't catch this ball. They wiped that interception. They get 15 yards. They score, yada yada yada. But right after that, oh yeah, and then Notre Dame fans tried to pull a Texas. They started throwing stuff on the field. It got real nasty. It got real nasty. Them boys is getting hyped. It got real nasty. But the ball does not lie. Again, I can't show much of this. I just want to show you one thing. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters except this. He sat there. He never got back up. He didn't, and I wouldn't either, buddy. Don't even worry about it. Just sit there. Just think about it. Think about how on national television you just got embarrassed. That man has your number on, and he embarrassed you. So people won't even get confused. It's his number. Just check it out. Absolute craziness. They had a few missing holdings here and there. The refs are just awful. Can we just all agree that the refs are terrible? And then the last play we have to talk about is this insane effort. Let me remind you, Jeremiah Love, bad knee. He's supposed to be 85%. He went ahead and hurdled somebody for no reason. Bad knee, all this other stuff. Elite Penn State defense gets Matt at the back of the line, or first and goal, gets Matt in the backfield by one, by another. Abdul Carter, the future first round pick, hits him. He almost touches the ground. Another one, and it doesn't matter. The most exhilarating, exciting 2-yard run you'll ever see in your life. Phenomenal. But then everything ends with that bad pick. And let me show you why it's so egregious. It's so egregious because he's drifting, right? He's drifting, and he just throws this just to throw it, right? Instead of, I don't know, maybe staying here on the left side. Maybe you don't have to. But what you don't have to do is just throw this into the void. Because what are you looking at before this? Before this DB even has to make a great pass, he's not looking at anything, dog. He's not looking at anything. And that's a pick. And that might as well be the game. On a game that you could have easily went to overtime. Y'all could have knelt it. Y'all could have knelt it out and went to overtime. Instead, y'all threw a pick. That's crazy. But it is what it is, man. I'll have the rest and me some reactions of how the game was going after it. Everything is said and done. But just phenomenal football, man. Absolute phenomenal football. Appreciate y'all watching these videos. If you like it, leave a like. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football, man. We'll see you next time. Peace. Balls the size of Ed Nettie jawbreakers. He just stood in the pocket and delivering dot. Number 1 on Notre Dame. I had to record it. The game is still going. There's 4 minutes left. I'm gonna put this at the end of the video. You're probably watching this. Homie dips it off over here. Defender drops. One says, "Oh, you coming? Safety." Stops, hit on the brake, and then homie said, "I'ma just sit right here. I'ma just sit. Homie just took my ankle. I'm not even gonna try to get back up. I don't blame you, dog. Homie got crossed up. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, Drew Aller. No, Drew Aller. Oh no. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? What just happened? They ran it on first down, second down. He just throws that thing to whoever across his body, and that's a 4th and 8. 12 seconds left on this instant classic of a semifinal game. All you got to do is hit the field goal, and the game is over, good sir.